Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on.
Take me or leave me.
Welcome to the Janky Kitchen. We have procured, with great difficulty and at no small expense, a serving plate worthy of your culinary skills. Your mission? To create a dish that's visually pleasing on the plate, tastes like love, and is healthier than it probably should be. You have 1 hour. Okay, what's all this?
This is your studio skillet, Jockey. And that's your canvas.
I don't get it.
You've been yammering about wanting a YouTube cooking channel for like 3 years. Well, now you got one. Except I'm calling the shots. The plate stays.
Gross, it's like the 90s gacked in my kitchen. What am I supposed to do with this?
Create a dish that's visually pleasing on the plate, tastes like love, and is healthier than it probably should be. I covered that in the note.
What kind of dish?
Let the plate decide, Danielson. Listen to it. It has a soul.
This is impossible. It looks like it came out of Kate Pearson's yard sale.
Now get cooking. You only got 59 minutes left.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I didn't sign up for this.
None of us do, Pong. None of us do. I trapped the most neurotic version of myself in a 1980s kitchen for one reason. To subject him to pointless food challenges on camera. Welcome to the Janky Kitchen. While our twitchy friend is busy gathering ingredients and trying not to spiral, let's touch on a couple things that might be weighing on your mind right now. No, but I've always wanted to do something stupid like this, and, well, I'm not getting any younger, so we're doing it. I don't know, but if I'm going to be on YouTube, I imagine somebody will be around to tell me soon enough. Gods and thongs, no. I'm just some rando who's been left unsupervised with a camera and a Santoku knife. I'm learning right along with you. Only if there are pigeons involved, otherwise hard pass. Now that we have that out of the way, let's check back in and see what our skillet jockey is up to now. What you doing?
So now I'm considering mostly color and texture. This plate just kind of screams controlled chaos, so I want the end result to be bright and contrasty without taking away from the cohesiveness.
I'm so glad to see you're putting that art degree to good use. You figured anything out yet?
Well, I definitely want to use these poblanos because I think this deep green will just pair really well with the nice bright orange of the dish. And then, of course, I want to throw in some red bell pepper to provide some more contrast, sour cream, throw some cucumbers in there, I think. I've got it.
A tragic need for attention?
No, an Ancho turkey fiesta bowl.
That sounds safe. Safe? I'm sure it'll be fine. Just do your thing.
Okay, let's get these veggies chopped. Now, I'm aiming for 3 servings here, so you may need to adjust the ingredients up or down if you're making more elements. We're going to start with some red onion because we just need to pickle a couple of slices for a while. About 45 minutes if we can get away with it.
You know there's a food processor in the cabinet.
And all right, let's go ahead and get those red onions in some vinegar. We're just going to cover the tops of them and throw in a little bit of salt. Some garlic just to give it a little flavor, and like I said, we're just going to let these quick pickle for 45 minutes. Cut up a couple more slices for the base. And this last little bit we'll just chop up for guacamole.
Oh, look at you being all efficient.
All right, next up, let's cut this cucumber into diagonals. That way we get nice ovals that add visual contrast to the roundness of the plate. All right, now let's open up this bell pepper and cut it into slices about a 1/4 inch thick or so. They don't need to be perfect, just like Bob Ross said.
You don't need to please Bob Ross. You need to please me.
All right, let's move on to the poblanos. Now, we already have a couple of shapes here, oval and batonette if we're being fancy about it. So I'm just going to cut these poblanos into pointy little spears so that we create a little more visual chaos. And finally, let's slice and quarter 2 Roma tomatoes.
We'll dice just a little of that up for the guac. Let's put everything but the cucumber slices in one bowl. We're going to add just a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon. Some black pepper, which just goes great on everything. Some paprika, and a little garlic powder. That's a beautiful sight, isn't it? Now let's get started on the guac and the crema. Now I have been told that this is the only way to make guacamole. By who? It's by whom. And it's Mexican John Aniston, that's who. Okay, I'll bite. Who's Mexican John Aniston? 1 avocado, sliced lengthwise and pitted. Mexican John Aniston was this guy who worked at a Mexican restaurant when we lived in Columbus. You'd order fresh guacamole, he'd bring his cart around and make it right at your table. Alright, let's dice up half a jalapeno. That man knew how to make some guac, I tell you what. Okay, but what's up with the John Aniston reference? I don't know, he looked like John Aniston. Who the hell is John Aniston? He played Victor Kiriakis on Days of Our Lives. He's dead. That's it. That's the big backstory. What a freaking letdown. Well, you asked. Copy that. And voila! My homage to Mexican John Aniston. Now the crema is super simple. I'm just going to take 3 tablespoons of sour cream, splash of lime juice, and a dab of garlic. Mix it up a tad. Wham bam, we're done. For our next step, we're going to throw a pound of ground turkey into a bowl. Now, turkey tends to dry out pretty easily, so to help avoid that, we're going to add in a tablespoon of sour cream. That'll not only help keep the turkey juicy, it'll give it a nice zing. That's what I always say. If you're going to make turkey, make it zingy. Now let's chuck in some paprika, black pepper, plenty of Ancho chili powder, cumin for earthiness.
By the way, I'm using Ancho chili powder because it's relatively mild. I've melted my wife's taste buds a few times over the years, so I tend to be cautious. If it's not spicy enough, I recommend adding a tablespoon of adobo from a can of chipotles. And now that we're finally done with the prep, let's get...
Yeah, hang on a second. What now? We have to cut to commercial. Oh, for crying out Pete's sake, we don't have any sponsors. Make one up. Come again? Pick a product and pitch it. I can't just improv a commercial on camera. Hey, you better start trying. You're on. This episode of the Janky Kitchen is not sponsored by Cuisinart, but it should be. I bought my Cuisinart cast iron skillets 8 years ago, and I've used and abused them ever since. Low heat cooking, high heat cooking, toss them down the stairs. They'll take it all and come back for more. I cook with Cuisinart because I have dignity. Click the link in the description below to get yours now. Or don't. I'm not your dad. Now that's content. I hate you. Usually I would use the air fryer for the veggies, but this time I really want the grill marks. They're kind of like punctuation for your food. So we've tossed the veggies in a tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to dump them on the grill, try to spread them out a little. Sure, no need to neatly arrange them in a single layer or anything. Set down the lid like so, and then we'll come over and start the turkey. That's the sound of happiness. You don't get catchphrases. I'm keeping it. Copy that. You know, ChatGPT says the script's getting a little long anyway, so we probably ought to move on. Let's start by spreading out some broccoli slaw mix as a base. It's not a salad, so we don't want to pile it on. Just enough to add some crunch. Plus the pale green is going to peek out here and there, and that'll be really exciting. You don't have a lot of friends, do you? Next, we'll arrange these cucumber ovals along the rim like petals of a flower. I'm overlapping the rim just a bit, sort of a geometric anchor to integrate the dish with the plate. Now let's build a ring with the grilled veggies. We're going to leave room for the turkey here. I love how these poblano spears are helping create a sense of movement already. We've packed about a cup of the Ancho turkey mix into a measuring cup, and we're going to just turn it upside down in the middle of the veggies, which will make a nice, neat... Oh! Oh.
It's alright, I fixed worse than this.
Oh yeah? Have you done it with dramatic music?
Tomatoes. Sprinkle on some queso fresco. Spoonful of the crema. A bit of guacamole, aka Ode to Mexican John Aniston. Bit of cilantro. And now for the finishing touches. Done.
What? What are you laughing about? Who taught you plating, Jackson Pollock? That's not very nice. Oh my goodness, it looks like fajitas, but they've got a rap sheet. Seriously. Oh, it's like they threw Mama from the train, but Mama was Frida Kahlo. You can't do two artist references in one bit. I plan a YouTube channel for 2 months, and this is what you deliver. That's under a lot of pressure. Okay, I'm just funning you. It actually looks pretty delicious. Well, thank you. You know, you may not be funny, your face may make the camera flinch, but you've got heart. Probably. Somewhere. I am begging you to end this bit. Yeah, it's starting to wear. Let's go ahead and do the taste reaction. Let's get out of here. I have to eat on camera now? Yes. Fine. Uh-oh. Hey, dude, you dropped your mic. You dropped your mic. Okay, well, I guess I'll bail him out this time. Let's give the Ancho Turkey Fiesta Bowl 7.5 janks for presentation. I mean, the colors work really well with the plate, which almost makes up for the shot out of a cannon aesthetic. 8 janks for flavor. It could have used a tablespoon of adobo to liven up the ground turkey a little more, but overall the flavors blend very nicely. 8.5 janks for nutrition. Fresh veggies, lean turkey, and very few carbs in sight. By the way, you can find the macros in the description if you're into that sort of thing. Well, that's it for the pilot episode of the Janky Kitchen. Stay tuned for my next culinary romp through the grimy back alleys of my subconscious mind. See you then.
Since you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to let you in on a little secret. This is the first video that I've published in about 3 years, and I can't believe that I've managed to Hulk smash through all the self-doubt and criticism and mistakes that it takes to get your first video up and running. So I'm proud of myself for that. Since I'm starting from scratch, I'm using this experiment not just as a way to practice better and healthier cooking habits, but to maybe make starting a YouTube channel a little less scary for someone else. I dragged my feet on it for almost 3 years because I was just afraid of putting myself out there. And if I can show you all my mistakes, maybe I can make it a little less scary for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you like this sort of thing, and we'll see you next time.